6. You can see it here. It's a Merlot Grand Reserve. I told you that Grand Reserve range is very limited edition. We make just 10,000 bottles each. 10,000 bottles Merlot, 2,000 bottles Chardonnay, and 10,000 bottles of Cabernet Sauvignon. We also try to make this wine from a specific lots of vineyards. So we chose the best lots, planted the best vines on it, and then we try to make the grapes even better. I mean, we make green harvesting. It means that we reduce the amount of bunches. If you have the grapevine with the, for example, 6-7 bunches on the cane, and if you reduce some bunches and leave just 2 out of 6 or 7, these 2 will have much more nutrients, sunlight, so they become more high quality. So when we reduce bunches, we make the rest of the crop much better, concentrated, and these bunches help us produce the wines with the good potential for aging. And this Merlot is a good example. So when we take those bunches from this specific lots of grapes, we selected the best bunches from them, and this is 100% barrel aged in French barriques for at least 12 months. So the wine spends 12 months in a barrique, then at least 6 months in a bottle. So we bottle the wine, put the bottle this way with no label, age it to because the wine needs some rest, because you know about bottle shock. So when you bottle the wine is a little bit shocked. So, and if we sell the wine in high price in top range, the wine should be okay. So that's why we take 6 months more to prepare the wine for bottle aging in this position. Then we put the label on, and the wine goes to the shelf of a wine shop or restaurant or wine boutique or whatever, because it's not a supermarket position, of course. We mostly sell it at restaurants, different wine boutiques, and it's very limited. So now we tasted most of wines from middle range, medium range, and top range. So this show you what we do actually. So I'm ready to, if you have any questions or you have some criticism or things you want to ask, I'm ready to answer your questions if you have.
So are you one of the biggest vineyards in Russia?
Not really. We are medium sized, because 400 hectares is quite a lot, but we have wineries that actually have 2,000, 3,000 hectares. So it came from the Soviet times when all the producers were big and they have lots of planting. So we are medium sized. We are more or less. So we produce about 2.5 million bottles per year. Most of it is ordinary range, then reserve, and a little bit Grand Reserve, and this black label style. So we are not that big. But we have enough wine to export, not only to sell inside Russia. So we have enough.
How many vineyards did you say?
400 hectares.
But in Russia?
In Russia.
But how many vineyards?
Totally?
Yeah.
60,000. Our region is as big as Austria, our region in Russia. I'll show you the map. So, there we go.
Is it possible to go on a vineyard tour in
Russia?
Russia?
Of course, that's what I'm going to tell you. So, tourists used to come into Russia to visit Moscow and St. Petersburg. It's only from Stockholm, it's only 2 hours to get to Moscow. And then if you continue your trip, you need 2 hours more to get on the south. To get on the south for our region. So we have more than 40 wineries in our region, 60,000 hectares. We have wine trips, wine restaurants, We have different wine tours. You can go to visit the vineyard. And it also it's a Black Sea coast, so we have lots of resorts. And one of them, called Sochi, will be the capital of next Olympic Games. So in 2014, Sochi will be the capital of Winter Olympic Games. So it's just 200 kilometers from the area where I live and where we make wine. So it's all going to be more touristic place. So I told you that every year we invite 15 million people coming to resorts, and you know, and when you come to a seashore, and maybe in 2-3 days you're tired of lying on a beach and you want some entertaining. People used to take wine tours, come to the winery, and they come back to their own regions, somewhere else in Russia, Siberia, Moscow, St. Petersburg, and they still remember the wines, and they try to find the wines on their shelves of their wine shops. So I think it's very good for us to take tourists, not only take tourists to the winery as well. So it's not so far. It's 2 hours to Moscow and 2 hours to the south of Russia on the Black Sea. Our region is between. I will show you. So where's the map? I will show you. So it's not a really good. So here we are on the Black Sea. If you go in the eastern direction, it's over Georgia, and this is Crimea. Crimea is Ukraine. So we're between Georgia and Crimea. So the Moscow's here, we're here. So you can 2 hours to Moscow and then go down to the Black Sea coast. We have lots of 5-star hotels, we have restaurants, and now we have lots of people coming every year. And our winery invites about 7,000 people every year as a tourist who take wine tours, tastings. So we can, and every year we get more and more people coming because people are interested, and because our city, big city, which we are in neighborhood, there are lots of touristic ships coming from Mediterranean Sea, and they go to Novorossiysk, the city where I live, and people also take wine tours to the wineries in the neighborhood. That's why it's quite important for us. I mean, so that's why we invite lots of tourists every year and lots of guests.
We're all very good, very nice wine.
Unexpected.
Are those wines? Are those available through Swedish agents?
Yes. We have an imported Tre Svampar here, and it's also available in Sister Beloved.
All six.
Yes. You can go, but it's only by order. But now, maybe sometime later we can go on the. Илья, спрашивает, вот где в Швеции можно вина, расскажи, пожалуйста.
Was the question where we can find the wines in Sweden, right?
Yeah.
If they are available, yes.
Yes, definitely. Well, we are right now getting them out to Systembolaget. You already can order them at the beställningssortiment. And you can actually find next to the wines, you see there is a numbers. It's a Systembolaget article number, right? Right. So it's out there. We already the wines got here for about 1 week ago, and we already received quite a lot of quite peculiar orders. Some people are really kind of going crazy and saying, "Okay, let's go, let's buy really the top stuff." I feel that I can feel the vibe in this room that you people are really pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's very, very nice wines. Yes. Do you know the prices here in Sweden? Always be the price in Systembolaget?
Well, we vary all the way from the base for about 120, 130, and all the way for the top to about 600, 700. But
For the top wines. Top wines.
The top wines are. For now, we're just testing the market, but the top ones are about the same quality as the French wines that are about 2,000 crowns, actually. So we're still undercutting quite a lot. That's at least our view for now. So, but I think you'll find a lot of good wines in the category of about 200, 300, about that. And you're very welcome to write to us directly because we have our contacts here as well. Website, and there is a Tre Svampar, this is the supplier. We have Tre Svampar, det är som är det. Och det finns ju kontakter på webbsidan, vi läser alla mejl varje dag. Vi är bara 3 personer som sysslar med risksprit, alkohol från, och vi är de största importörerna till Sverige, 3 personer. Så vi kör mjöl, vi kör rysk öl och så kör vi det här just nu, viner som kommer in.